Deadline has an article out. George R.R. Martin, he has shut down his writer's room for this new Game of Thrones sequel. Mini rooms, not having many writers around, as an abomination. As a young writer growing up, cut his teeth a little bit in writing rooms in the 80s. Any business can survive on inertia to a certain extent for a little while. But if you take away the human element and the learning factor and teaching the next generation of people those skills, those practical skills of learning in the actual environment, seeing how the sausage is made, it's a recipe for disaster for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
A machine chunked it out. There's a reason why there's no let's appreciate IKEA manufactured crap. Unless it's somebody who says, look what cool things I did with my IKEA junk. Then all of a sudden we're interested. Because it's still about the human experience, about being amazed by a great performance that a human being did. The soul is such a necessary part of the art. We need that connection.
The 60 Minutes piece, it was at Google, it was their proprietary cutting-edge AI. They took this 6-word short story from Hemingway, and the AI was able to extrapolate and write a short story in iambic pentameter. Now do it in Spanish. For sale, baby shoes, never worn.
Yeah, which is genius. That is the core genius. Not the thing going, well, now I'll copy pasta, and that's all these engines are doing. ChatGPT, you've got to be smart in how to ask it. So you're taking a great writer, a genius writer, and using that as the core. And it ends up with something decent because you started from brilliance. And then iambic pentameter, it's like, well, it can do rules. That's the thing. All these things can do rules. That's not how creativity really works. That is not the soul in the machine.
The machine will do what you tell the machine to do, even if it's not what you intended to tell the machine to do. The machine is not the problem. It's the person inputting the data into the machine.
The operator.
Operator error.
Unless you're an owner, and even an owner, get your head out of your you-know-what. But everyone else should be with these writers because they are on the front lines of this latest push. Whether you're sympathize with them as other workers or you just want decent content that when you turn something on, that you go, wow, this is actually reasonably well made. You may not like it, or you may love it, because of your own personal taste, but that it is reasonably well made by people who are reasonably well compensated is in all our interests. Got a lot less interested in editorializing of what Chatbot 3000 said. Like, I don't care. I can't even get mad. It's Chatbot 3000. It's a machine.
Well,
I don't get mad at it. I don't editorialize on the creative output of a hammer. And I don't care. I don't get mad that the hammer was the thing that hit somebody in the head.
When you and I are doing a video on the best summer movies from 2023, and we're looking back 2 months from now, you could probably put all that into a chat GPT and say, what were the best the Chatbot 3000, what were the best movies from summer 2023? And it'll come out with some sort of a randomized list.
A list.
Yeah, but does it have the same opinion? Does it have the same reasoning? Does it have the same illogic in some ways? The emotion of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
With that, I think we should wrap this up. More conversations about the writer's strike, I'm sure, to be had in the future.
Seeing how long it goes. WGA is saying X, and the employers are just no.
And look, this is one of those things
far apart.
People forget now, but whole TV series were canceled based off of the writer's strike from 2007.
Movies that did come out that were in midst of production ended up being really. Quantum of Solace is a great example.
Transformers 2.
Film. Exactly, yeah. Say what you will, Michael Bay definitely has creative skills, but a writer he ain't.
Because of the writer's strike, we got Transformers balls dangling over the Great Pyramids of Giza. as a result of trying to push forward through a rider strike. So with that incredibly disturbing robot AI vision of Transformers testicles dangling over the pyramids of Giza, let's wrap this up for today. Rob Kristjansson, thank you for coming on.